Okay, so Ubuntu 6.06 was released on June 1st, just a few days ago. And one of the things that everybody's going crazy over is called XGL, or compiz. It's been around a little while, been a lot of articles about it. You can't hardly read a news site without seeing something about compiz and XGL. And maybe you've even seen some screenshots or some demonstration video, and maybe you haven't. This is just my little demonstration of XGL. First of all, if I click on the desktop and hold down a key modifier, I'm able to move between virtual desktops in this very visual way. If you're not a fan of virtual desktops because either you don't understand them or you don't find them useful, I think you'll probably change your mind when you use something like, XGL, because when you rotate around the cube, it becomes very apparent. Visually, what's happening. Some people, I think, they don't like virtual desktops just because they don't understand what's happening. When you flip from one screen to the other. But when you see this cube spin, it's very clear, that your windows are all there, they're just in a different place. So that's one thing. Another thing that XGL's doing that's pretty cool, visually at least, when you move windows around, they have this wobble effect. I don't find it terribly useful necessarily, but it looks cool. If you hold down a key modifier, you can actually stick windows to the edge of the screen, and when you pull away, there's a bit of resistance. You can kind of see it stretch and then snap away. That's pretty cool. Stretching the way it stretches around. What else? If you Alt-Tab between different windows, instead of just being a dull Alt-Tab system that you're used to, you have this new visual system. And if you Alt-Tab to a window that's on another desktop, it'll automatically spin the cube and bring up that desktop. If you notice the resource monitor here, it's not terribly resource intensive. The system seems to hover at around 5% or so. For some people that are resource crazy, that'll bother you, and but I assume with optimizations and as time goes on, the code will improve and the CPU load will go down. And this system isn't blazing fast either. I've only got 512 meg of RAM in this system, and it's only a AMD 2500 plus. By today's standards, it's not exactly a great system. But as you can see, everything is fairly responsive. The one thing that I really like about not OpenGL rather, but the XGL / compiz, whatever it is, the fact that when you move windows around, there's no redrawing, there's no artifacting in the background, at least not in relation to slow redraw or latency issues. One of the things that I've been bothered about with the X Windows system for a number of years is if you take a window, let's just say like Firefox, if you bring another window over top of Firefox and you move a window around, the window behind, you see horrible redrawing. It's really, really bad. With XGL, with the accelerated graphics, that's gone. It's just completely gone, and that's one thing. To me, that's the most interesting thing out of all. I don't care about the wobbly windows. I don't care about the spinning cubes. All of that eye candy type of stuff, just it's cool for about 10 seconds, and then you find yourself scrambling for the disable buttons because it's just annoying. But the fact that the accelerated desktop, we can move windows around and you can shrink things and do all of that without any latency or any redrawing, to me that makes it all worth it. What else? If you click on the windows, or the drop downs rather, it has this wobbly sort of bouncy effect when it drops down and it fades in and out. Again, that's kind of cool. It's not terribly annoying either. That's something I would actually consider leaving enabled, just because it's fairly, it's not too terribly distracting like some of the other effects. being able to move windows around the cube is pretty cool. If you click on a key modifier and a certain key combination, you'll actually see the window move around the cube. It stays with the cube as you move, and that applies even to windows that have like video going on. Like in this demonstration video that comes with the new Ubuntu, even when you're moving the window around with the wobbly effect, the video, let me turn this volume down, the video is still able to play with no problems, even while the wobbly is still going on. And if you move it around the desktop, it's the same thing. There's no pause, there's no delay. It's very fast, it's very responsive, I like it. If you put the window on the corner or on the edge of the screen and you use your key modifier to spin the cube, you can see the windows actually, around the corner. I can actually demonstrate that a little better. I'll actually get the video itself split over the window. And there you can see right on the corner of the window, the video is still playing. Very cool stuff. What else do we have? There's nothing on the top cube. The top cube is actually the top part of the cube, rather. It's my understanding that's actually just a place where you can put a graphic. I don't think you can actually have a desktop up there to spin towards. Same thing with the bottom. There's nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top. What else? I think I covered. There's a few other things I can't show just because I don't have the key modifiers set up, where you can actually make the windows translucent. That's pretty cool, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't have the key modifier set up. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, one of the other things. If you've used Mac OS X at all, you'll be quite familiar with this. Mac OS X has something called Expose. Some people love it. I don't know if anybody hates it, but some people really like it. If you press F12, you get this Expose-like effect. It's very fast. It's very quick. Some of the window managers in the last couple of years have implemented these Expose-like services that you can run on your normal system, but since they don't have the accelerated 3D graphics, they run like crap, in my opinion. When you press the key modifier to make the windows split out, it's horrible, it's slow, and just doesn't look right. But with the accelerated graphics, it's very fast. And if you click on the window, when you're in that mode, it'll bring it into focus. What else? Let me see. I guess that's really about all I have to say about XGL compiz. It's pretty simple to set up with the new Ubuntu. One thing I noticed, when you resize Windows, it feels slow. It feels sluggish. It feels like it's not using the same subsystem as everything else. I don't know if it comes through on the camera, but it's very jerky when I resize this window. But when I click on the title bar and move it around, all of a sudden it's very smooth. It feels very smooth. And then when I resize the window, it's just this very jerky feeling. I don't know. Again, that'll probably be improved. All this stuff's fairly beta, perhaps even alpha at this point, so that'll probably be improved as time goes on. Just showing off here one last time, just view the effects, the expose-like effect. If you click F12, click on a window, it comes to the forefront. Click on another window, you can see how they bounce around, they move around. Pretty cool, very smooth, very silky-like. There's no sort of delay. You don't feel like it's slowing your system down or lagging or anything like that, which is the most impressive part to me, at least. Like I said, even while video is playing, all of this stuff works, so it's pretty cool.